Oi, oi, oi. Hey guys, it's Will. Hopefully you're having a great day today. We're looking here for some opportunities in the market. You can see there's been some movements and we have this trade that really hasn't moved throughout most of the day. It's the SOXL bullish play on the semiconductor market. What are we looking for today? Well, the end of the market session is approaching and we have to really see how Tesla is going to react. We sold it at market open this morning and we sold it for a profit. We ended up buying it yesterday somewhere here around $6.50. I think it was actually around $7. And then we sold it this morning right at market open for a profit of about a couple $100, somewhere in there. And then after that, we got into some positions. We got our NVIDIA doing well as well. Looks like Microsoft's up a little bit, and our portfolio is up about 3.5% today. Now you can see some green in the market. That's reflective of some of the positive sentiment, maybe around earnings, but also around seeing some of the tariffs slip into more negotiations, which basically buys more time for a lot of the tech companies. When it comes to TSLL, again, it was a trade that we were able to capitalize on earlier today. We sold right here at market open. If you guys ever want to watch me trade live and see our entries and exits, it's the second link in the description. Now, here's the deal with the market today. You can see it's green. You got AI companies doing well. You got quantum companies really doing well. IonQ, Rigetti is doing well, and Microsoft as well as IBM. And when we're looking at some of the movements in the market, you have to ask yourself in this instance, if you want to ask yourself, is this just a short-lived pullback potentially before a continuation down with the market? Or are we about to see more of the stocks recover? Well, I think a really good way to look at it is to drop into SPY. So let's go ahead and just take a look. SPY. One of the things we like to watch closely in StockMate is the movements that we see on the overall trend. And if we just go back, let's say 5 years, and we can make it let's say a 1 week time frame, this is where things started to get interesting. Like looking at some of the biggest pullbacks, this is 2016, this is 2018, 2019. You see it pulled down all the way to that 200-day moving average. This was 2020, so right around C word, it pulled down right around the moving average. And then we saw this one back in 2022 when the market was in a bearish momentum post C word. And then you start to see push up, and then recently it pulled back all the way down really to that 200-day moving average again. Now, the other thing that it did is it bounced a little bit here on this previous resistance that is definitely one of the levels at which we would watch if we're going to see the market recover. We'd say, okay, this level right here is where we see the bounce, and that level is the previous resistance. So previous resistance will oftentimes act as support. We could see it act as a support there. And then now, when we look at it from this perspective of maybe a shorter time frame of 1 day, we do have this trend still getting rejected, still kind of selling off despite a green day today. But if we start to see a few more green days, let's say that this EMA, this blue line, we start to see it push up above, that's going to be a lot more good indication, at least from a trader and investor standpoint, people that are watching the markets, that they're going to have some more confidence in a potential recovery. Now, when we've seen these swings in SPY, it's not uncommon to see a V-shaped pattern where we do get back up pretty quickly. So that's kind of what I would, say is something to watch out for. If we're currently priced right here, is that a V-shaped recovery right there that we could see happen? I don't know if it's going to be that steep, and of course there could be a longer drag out or maybe even down here one more time before we see it recover. But I do believe that we will see a recovery. It's just a matter of time before that happens. And this is a key level. We'll see if it holds. That's something we'll be watching with SPY. But greens in the market. I mean, every day when we have these greens, one of the conversations this morning from a lot of stockmates was, Will, okay, we see the pop up. It's just gonna pop up and fade out, and the rest of the market's gonna sell off after this short-lived market push up right at market open. And we have seen that in the past, but instead of playing into that, I actually ended up buying bullish today and seeing that we had an overall widespread market push up happening. We got in and the market continued up another 1% after we bought this morning. And so we see the market still doing green. We see the earnings today after hours with Tesla that we're going to want to watch closely. And that could be really a key indicator for whether or not we're truly seeing, less momentum in big tech. Tesla obviously has a lot of controversy. I mean, the most controversy out of any company in the world. You have the competition with China, BYD, but then you have the whole involvement in Doge from Elon in the government, which is putting a lot of investors uneasy, and you see them highlighting most of the recent vandalism events where people are going to Tesla shops, spray painting them, spraying on tons of paint, and I don't mean like spray, I mean like literally taking a fire hose and like spray painting the Tesla shops. That's happening in multiple Tesla shops, multiple countries. You see more vandalism on Tesla cars. And while when we look at it, there's a lot of reasons why they say that is going to affect the company negatively from a financial standpoint, and that people will buy less Teslas and things like that. I mean, it's a hard time. There's people I know in my own life that I talk to them about Tesla. Just recently, I was talking with my mom before I was buying her or helping purchase a car for her, and I was just helping out. And at the moment when I was doing it, I asked my mom, like, "Are you sure you don't want a Tesla? You want a white Tesla?" And she was like, "No, you know what's going on. I wouldn't buy a Tesla right now." I mean, there's scarcity around Teslas. There's scarcity around that. And I personally don't see it that way myself. I see it as innovation. I see it as the robo taxi. I just went to a few different big cities recently. And one of the cities that I went to was Scottsdale, Arizona. And I've seen these in San Francisco because I live right near San Francisco. But one of the things I saw was Waymo. And Waymo is having these self-driving cars that are going through all of the city and Ubering people around for a pretty good price and totally autonomously. And you have to ask yourself, at least I'm asking myself this as an investor in Tesla. I mean, once Tesla gets the go ahead to really go full autonomous, and not just autonomous in a way that there has to be a driver sitting there, which by the way, it's ready. Like I've done it in the Cybertruck, I've done it in the Model Y, the Model 3, and it works really good. But when it comes to this new robotaxi, in the event that they really do get approval for not having a person in the driver's seat and the car can just drive itself and go do Uber and things like that, we've been talking about it for years, but that's the type of thing that if let's say that happens during this administration, that would put Tesla into a massive competition with Uber and Waymo, and they're most likely going to not crush the market, but put a pretty big dent in the market there to essentially grab a lot of the market share because people will buy Teslas so they can rent them out to go do Uber while they're just doing their day. I mean, that's the way I picture it. It makes you want to buy a bunch of Teslas and put them in a storage spot and be like, have like a taxi place where they just go out and taxi people around all day. I don't know. But the estimated income they're saying is between like $20 and $50,000 per year for someone to do that, and it's pretty on par with what it costs for Uber. And so let's say that happens. That's going to absolutely put Tesla stock near the top. And we'll see what happens. I think that could be a big one. So I think also if we're looking at Tesla stock from a perspective, and I'm looking at Tesla because it's interesting today, but they got their earnings calls. But if you look at it from a perspective of just overall robotics market, I mean, most companies are using robotics right now and starting to look at robotics as, the next wave of the continuation of this boom of AI. And one of the companies that's doing it is Cooler Stock. Cooler Stock just announced today they're up 8% today. What a surgence they've had. And we covered them yesterday. We were a little bit skeptical because they recently announced they're doing robotics now. And I'm like, okay, they're doing robotics. Aren't they a battery company and everything else? Yeah, they are. They just added this robotics section. And then shortly after adding this robotics section, which you could see this partnership with a German company, it's kind of interesting. Shortly after this, and you should really look at it because I don't know that it's not their own product. It's like a partnership. And these aren't their robots. That's a logo on one of the robots. And that's not their stock ticker, but they're saying it's going to explode. Kind of weird stuff there. But at the end of the day, they just recently announced the robotics. And then shortly after the robotics that they announced, then you had an announcement today. And this is a news article that essentially says that they got a $6 million, let me refresh this, $6 million toward $6.7 million from Texas Space Commission to advanced cold temperature Cooler One space battery platform. Only issue with this is that the CEO or the people that wrote this article did not give any indication for how long this contract is. So, why is that important? Because 6.7 million sounds great for one quarter or maybe a few quarters. But if this is a 5-year contract, a 10-year contract, and that they have to earn that money, they don't get it all up front or something like that, and that there's a chance they won't actually get all that money because they've done that before where they've announced a contract like that and then they don't actually end up seizing all the money, and it's maybe a longer time frame than what people would expect. And because of that 6.7 million being over 5 years or something like that, it really only breaks down to about 200,000 or 300,000 per quarter. And maybe they don't even seize all the value. So that's the bear way of looking at it. And that's why I just wanted to bring that up too. A lot of people said, Will, they got the $6.7 million contract. You know, their revenue is only 2 or 3 million per quarter. This is huge. This could put them in the green. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, we didn't get enough details on it, unfortunately. And if you go to where the article was announced, they also don't give the time frame for this contract. So, with that being said, we can only be led to believe that it's relatively good, but we can't make a lot of big decisions on it unless it's more clarified. But investors, maybe, they don't see it that way. They see it as a good opportunity to make some moves, which is why it's up 8.5% today. Yep, right at market open from here. Look at that swing, about 11%. Whew, 11% swing today. So leading the way in space tech. We'll be watching Cooler Stock. We'll also be watching how the market reacts. And definitely seeing these earnings for Tesla again after hours. We have some targets here. This is Stockmate. If you guys ever want targets, you want to see what we have in store for our targets for all the companies that I invest in, as well as daily live sessions where we do oftentimes trade at market open. Sometimes we don't, but they're live there. If you ever want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals and get to watch me trade live each and every day, it's that second link in the description. That's Stockmate. We have a huge sale there right now, and it's something that it's not going to be there forever. So I would encourage you guys to simply take a look. Missing some of these live sessions might cost you a little bit of money, as we've had some really good ones recently. So I'd encourage you again, just simply take a look at the second link below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I earned your thumbs up, hit that like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.